Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another video. This is Expound Success Africa, the place where future African business and thought leaders converge to attain wisdom. Today we will be talking to a young, energetic Forex trader and who will be teaching us a thing or two about this whole field. Let's dive in.
And first take this opportunity to thank Expound Success Africa for this chance and opportunity. I'm by the names of Aheva and Dahura Habat, age 21. I'm also pursuing a diploma in networking and cybersecurity at Eastbatch University. And I'm a Forex trader, and that's what I would say I do for a living.
What do you think are the qualities of a good trader, a good Forex trader?
That is quite a good question. Qualities of a good trader. There are a few things to be a good trader. One, you should understand, as I told you, most people don't tell the other traders the qualities of a good trader. There's one thing other traders don't say it. You go on YouTube, you go everywhere, and you'll never know this. First thing of a good trader, it's the mind. The psychological part. How do you deal with your mind? If you're able to deal with your mind, you're a good trader because you understand all the risks and everything that is happening. Your emotions. If you have got problems from home, you don't have to bring them into the trading business. This is not gambling. Like the way you would think of I'm betting on Arsenal and money because my children are not eating. You get? It's the psychological part that gives you that mindset. How do you wake up in the morning? If you have that, then you're being a good trader. You understand that even if I lose money, tomorrow there is money. Two is the risk management. The risk management involves a lot of things. That is a term in Forex. Now, a risk management person, that involves, it's a normal thing even in the whole country, what people usually say. One, risk what you can afford or risk what you can lose. You're a good trader there. If you good risk more than you can't afford, then you're out. Discipline. If you don't have discipline in any other business, I don't know if you can do business. Everything needs discipline. Even if it's not Forex, any other business needs discipline. How do you run the business? How do you engage with your colleagues at work? Everything needs discipline. And the lastly is God-fearing. If you don't wake up in the morning and pray, whatever you believe in, because me, I'm a believer first of all, but we all have different religions, but you should pray because he opens up for everything for you. Let it be in the morning because he knows what you're going to do. He knows what you're going to make. So being a God-fearing person, that's also one of the qualities of a good trader. If other traders won't mention it, but you need him. If you don't need God, then I don't know what you're up to. Because every time when someone makes it through, visually thank him. It's part of being a good trader. I would say you should be a God-fearing person. As long as you have those key points, the psychological part, the risk-taking, God-fearing, and the discipline, you are good to go. I would say that.
People would like to know, what do you use to evaluate risk?
First of all, I would want to start by telling everyone, even as we are here, that everything is risky. You know, in this world, before you take a risk, there are consequences. Okay, there are things you think of, but we should all know that everything is risky. Everything. You know, if you don't take a risk in life, you wait until they bring a water bill to you. That's when you understand the importance of a risk. You know, you cannot blame someone who goes to a betting store or whatever to take the risk. Where does that bring us to evaluating risk? You should first understand yourself before you take the risk. There is a saying that keeps on moving around that however famous, however much educated you are, however much popular you are, put it in mind that one day you're going to die. And if you're gonna die, then take time and take some risk. Change jobs or change a lot of stuff. Do some stuff or education stuff. Change a lot of things. Because at the end of the day, you are going to die. You get me? And in Forex, when you're going to evaluate risk, as I said before, it comes back to proper risk management. Proper risk management, discipline. Because you can't risk what you can't afford. You have to risk what you can afford in the Forex market. What you're willing to afford to give out to the market. Because we're looking at a market that you have to take and they also have to take. You're not the only one supposed to take. It's not there. It's not there that you're only supposed to take while they don't take. And this is a point where we look at that if you are chasing a goal or you're chasing your dream, you have to take a risk. And if you don't take this risk, as I told you, you don't know how much time you're left on this earth. Because at the end of the day, if you don't take the risk, you're going to be buried with your dreams. You're going to go into that grave with your goals and dreams. If you don't stand up and take the risk, because everything in this world is risky. So Ugandans there outside, don't fear the internet. Don't fear the internet. There is a lot of money in the internet. As I told you, there's 6.6 trillion US dollars moving in the market every day. Not only the Forex, we are looking at a lot of things. The TikToks, the YouTube, there is a lot of money moving there. People should get chance and go into these fields. Take some risk. Because if you don't take it, you're going to stay where you are. In the Forex, we usually say it the way they could see in the nearby future that we are running into crypto. We are running into crypto. And what does that mean? In Forex, when you have to evaluate or take the risk, is that the moment you start fearing to jump in Forex, that's the right time again to jump in. The moment you start fearing to jump in, that's the right moment to jump in. Why? Because if you don't jump in there, that moment where you're fearing, the market is going to go. And that's when you're going to start thinking, I wish. And Forex, there's no wishing. And there's no sorry in Forex. You take the risk. Okay. So I would say it's about you, the individual. You, the individual, and how you evaluate yourself before even you evaluate the risk. Yeah, that's it.
What was the best trade you've ever made, and how much did you make in that trade?
I've had quite a lot of good trades. But one I would consider as my good trade is when I was starting. After that, those periods and times of blowing accounts. And I think I was remaining with, I think $100 with my account. After hustling it out some good time, because I remember I said that I taught myself. So after that, I went into the trade because I knew this was the only money I was remaining with. So I went into it, engaged in it. It took me a couple of weeks, two, I don't know more than two, but there were two. My first million. I think that's one of my best trades. And I remember when I made it, I had to first send a screenshot to my sister, telling her I have made $1 million. I have made $1 million. She was like, are you serious? She's like, are you serious? You have really made $1 million? I'm like, yes, it's here.
How do you stay abreast with the ever-changing financial markets?
That's a good question. That's why we say you should have that knowledge to understand what is going on around the world. That's why we have the news. That's why we have the phones to tell us, what is happening into the world, the social media platforms. First of all, that in Forex we term it as fundamental areas. Those are fundamental areas, fundamental analysis. So one thing you should know, if you're going to start trading, you're going to start loving news. Most people hate news, but if you're going to start trading, you'll have to love news. I myself, I didn't love news until I lost a lot of money because I taught myself and I didn't know about such areas until I lost a lot of money. Then I had this also fundamental. You should also understand, because Forex, first thing I would tell people, all my friends there, like brothers and sisters, we are dealing with a country's economy. You are playing with a country's economy. That's why we have platforms or apps such as investing.com, Forex Factory, that we look at as fundamental parts, whereby you have to see that this news will be important or this news is a bit useless. Not every news is important. But as I tell you that, for example, what is happening in Uganda with the mission that is going on in the DR Congo, someone will look up to that. How would you trade or how would you analyze that? Is it the Suju, I think, something like that? What is going on in Congo is what we look at the economical part. Since the Congo is having such wars, what do we look at? The Congo currency to drop. The Congo currency to drop. Their business to slightly go down because they're facing, that war zone status. And what does that impact? How does it impact the economical part? If war is there, most business won't even happen. Even countries will fear going in for business. However much Congo has a lot of minerals and what? But remember, because of its war and everything, people are even running away. What do you look up to there if you're trading the Congo currency? Is you're looking up selling it. And that's how you get. That's again depending on the fundamentals. Since you knew that since there is war, it's time for it to drop. Even in the fundamental, we have big news that occur in the market. For example, like Australia, we have what is called it's called rate statement that comes into the financial area in Australia. The bank statements. In America, most people look up to the America. We have what is called NFP, and every trader looks up at that. NFP is always traded every beginning of a new month, of a Friday, every Friday of a beginning of a new month. NFP stands for non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll, that we're looking at employment opportunities in the US. And currently for the 4 past months, the employment in America hasn't been good. So we've been looking at America dropping. So that again, it depends on the news. You can't do your technical analysis without looking at the fundamental, because anytime the market can change on you, that's the fundamental. The fundamental contributes 45% in the market, and the technical analysis, which involves everything, contributes 55%. And all provide that in our course. We all provide that.